Hey, what is up guys? Bayleaf here, and today I am reacting to RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 3 of Runaways and Stowaways, which is obviously, um, Blake and Son. I had to remember his name, so that should be really interesting. I noticed that for my last video, the volume balancing was a little off, so I adjusted it, so hopefully that sounds better in this one. I should have taken a little more time to prepare, but I'm sure it'll work out, and this one should be better, and I don't think the quality of the last one was too bad. Granted, you couldn't really hear the show as much. It is a reaction, so it's less important to hear the content, because I'm assuming people have already seen it, hopefully. But if they haven't, I like to have it balanced, or if they want to hear the show and my reaction to it, I try to balance it, so hopefully this is much better. So, yeah, we've got the new episode to get into, so let's just start it. I just reacted to the last one, and it was fun. A lot of character progression, a little bit of story progression. So this should be really cool. We haven't gotten to see Blake yet, or Son, so this should be fun. I'm more interested in Blake. Blake's my favorite character. But Son and Blake have really good chemistry together, so it's probably an important part to have them together because their interactions always so really well and their characters contrast really well. Because Blake's so, kind of silent and brooding, keeps everything to herself, and Son's more open and outgoing, so they have a very good character chemistry. I would like to see what Yang's doing, and we might, in this episode, but imagine if she's at home training and kind of just hanging out recuperating. Then she's probably not going to be up to much, so she'll maybe be into the episode for a minute or two, if at all. But, I guess we'll get to see, and then I'll react to the World of Remnant, just because I don't have a lot of other stuff to do, and I'm going to watch it anyway. And it might be fun to sit and analyze a bit, and I'm sure some people might like that aspect of my reactions when I actually get down to sitting and analyzing stuff in the show after I react to the episode, which I really have fun doing. So, yeah. It's definitely, it's a lot of fun. I like doing this. I get to talk about things and look at them and give people my point of view. Sometimes they like my point of view, sometimes they don't, but... Ooh, a boat. The water is kind of animated meh, but water's hard to animate in general, so that's not really a big deal. There's always that hit and miss with water depending on what it is, and since they're using a new engine and animation style, the animators need to learn how to work it again.
Now, no threat here. Just here to chat.
And why is that?
Well,
She has an
not
interesting
many
outfit.
people travel by boat on their own. It can be quite a lonely voyage. But I've found those that do tend to have the more interesting stories.
Maybe it's just better for some people to be alone.
Come on, Blake, it's just kids. I like your new outfit, it's nice.
Maybe. But with your paranoia, I think a few
I
friendly
like that
faces
sweater.
wouldn't hurt.
The
Who said
sweater
I'm
mixes
paranoid?
really well with the bra.
No one, dear. No one. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Blake.
Yeah, fair warning. These trips can be awfully boring.
Blake should have brought a deck of cards or something. I'm not sure if she's always had that makeup on her eye or not.
Won't be needing this.
She threw away her ribbon, which is both kind of bad because that's a big part of her character, but this also shows growth in that she's not afraid for people to see what and who she is. So it's a bit of development, which is really nice. I'm sure a lot of fans are like, no, her ribbon. But I think it's a good thing. Oh, yep, there's Yang. And books. And Armus Yang.
With no end in sight. Try as they might, the local huntsmen and huntresses can't seem to get a hold of the situation at Beacon Academy.
Though the failsafes have supported wireless communication within the kingdom, the loss of the CCT tower continues to prevent contact with the outside world. Talks with Atlas officials regarding repairs have so far...
The Vale Council voted this week to continue to ban any air traffic that does not have a direct correlation with evacuation. Council has made it clear that they feel
That would be why Blake's traveling boat instead of airship. That makes sense. I was curious at first.
Behind the attacks at the Vital Festival tournament. While no one knows for sure, officials have confirmed that high-ranking White Fang member Adam Taurus was present for the attack. Any and all attempts to bring him into custody have been met with brutal force.
Holographic TVs. That's fun. Well, we knew they had holograms, but I didn't know they were used recreational.
Hey, Dad.
Guess what came in today?
Boxes. Cybernetic arm. Cybernetic arm?
I can't wait for you to try this.
Some kind of food or cybernetic arm. It's a pretty long box, so...
Well,
It's for me?
for you and you only.
Cybernetic arm.
Brand new, state-of-the-art Atlas tech. You know, I thought I was gonna have to pull some strings, call in a few favors.
I think I just came a
This
little.
one all on your own, kiddo.
Huh?
Before I could even talk to him, General Ironwood already had one of his top scientists working on this. For you.
Wow.
He wanted me to tell you that you fought admirably. You
Huh.
should be proud of yourself.
Wow.
Well, you gonna try it on?
I'm not feeling too great right now.
Oh.
Maybe later?
Oh. Oh.
Well, all right.
Come on, Blake. This will put you back in the fight. I understand that you're suffering a little post-arm loss depression, but...
Thanks, Dad.
I didn't expect them to have a replacement limb for her so soon. But now that we see that she's avoiding it, it makes sense for my theory of they're going to show us a bit of the trouble she's going through, which is fun. But I can't believe she's not wearing that arm. It'll make her life so much easier. She'll be able to fight again. She can help her sister. She can be a huntress. She can fight. I mean... Does she have peace? Blah 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 blah. I can hear it in my head, but I can't say it. PTSD. There it is. Does she have PTSD? I mean, it's possible. I hope not. I really hope not. It's interesting that the boat's made of wood instead of metal or something. I don't know if they have fiberglass in that neighborhood, in that universe neighborhood. Other faunus on the ship, that's fun. Okay, now where is Sun? Nana? Falling from the...
Who's there?
I think there's a Grim in the water. This reminds me of Final Fantasy X. On the ship, after Sin attacks your city when you get blasted into the future. You're on that boat with the owl bed, and then, the sea monster attacks. Which, I think it was Sin. It's been ages since I've played Final Fantasy X, but...
By the gods.
It's good that we have a Huntress on board, but at the same time, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. I mean, Blake's pretty badass, but that's a big creature, and she isn't even a graduated Huntress.
We've never seen something this big. But we'll give her a fight nonetheless.
Oh, that's cool. Using her semblance for propulsion? That's a new one. That is awesome. It's like a Chinese dragon. That is so cool. She said fighters to battle station. Where are his fighters? I mean, I highly doubt they only have the one Huntress on board. I mean, it's okay, there it is. There's their attacking. I mean, it's possible they only have one Huntress on board. Obviously, she's not the only fighter he was talking about. That's what I meant. I don't think those fans are gonna do much.
Hold steady, men. It's not done with us yet. Get the heavy cannon loaded!
Collapsible cannon. Cool. Those wings. I said it looked like a Chinese dragon. I didn't mean for that to happen. Also, Chinese dragons don't have wings. Which contradicts my theory. But
Hey!
ah, son. There he is.
Son?
Not today, pal.
Oh, those little pixies are actually being helpful. Oh, that's coming close to the boat.
You know,
Just hanging out.
hanging out.
Oh, I caught it too. Well, you know, just hanging out. Blake saved his ass. He's him. Didn't see that there earlier.
Hero.
You're not
Ha.
supposed to be here.
Yeah? Well, it looks like you can use all the help you can get.
Ugh. Just shut up and fight.
Those two are cute.
Yes, ma'am.
Starboard defenses are
Blake's
down.
badass son is
Still got
cute.
the heavy cannon?
Aye, but it's moving too fast. We can't land a hit.
How about the engines?
Fully functional, Captain.
Well,
It's
all
interesting
right
that they have
then.
that high tech of a boat and it's made of wood. Neat though.
Huntsman! If you can clip its wings and
They
draw it up
redesigned his
towards the
staff and it
bow,
looks
we can take it.
sexy.
I mean, you're the one with the swords.
Now or never.
I love his new staff, or I guess the redesign of his staff. That's amazing. And apparently those things, as well as her little shadow semblances, are both, I can't think of the word, but, you know, physical. Tangible. I'm not sure that's enough to render it flightless. Damn, son.
This is the part where you say it.
Ha! Oh my god, son.
Okay, maybe later.
Move, monkey boy. Run, monkey boy, run. The thing is gas-powered? What? I didn't think fossil fuels existed in this universe. I thought everything was dust. I guess they could be lighting dust on fire inside the pistons instead of some sort of petroleum fuel or fossil fuel. That would make sense. Ha! Awesome. Na 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 na. Oh, 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 oh,
Seriously, it was no big deal. Enjoy the rest of your trip and everything will be cool. We got this.
Two faunus from earlier. There are a lot of faunus on this ship.
You'd think they'd never seen a fight before.
What are you doing here, son?
Digging the new outfit, by the way.
Me
Never
too.
did like the bow.
Son,
Jeez.
have you been following me?
A little.
I saw you run off. The night Beacon Tower fell. Once we landed in Vale, you made sure everyone was okay, and then you just took off without saying anything.
I had to. You wouldn't understand.
No, I get it. The moment you left, I knew exactly what you were doing. You're going on a one-woman rampage against the White Fang!
No.
What?
You've always felt like the Fang was your fight.
The way they're
Show
animating
up,
Blake
crash
now,
your school,
just when she
hurt
said
your
what,
friends,
I think they're gonna
it
make
makes
her
perfect sense.
a lot more
I can't believe
cat-like.
you.
But
This
there's
is
no way
awesome.
I'm letting you do this
Just like the
alone.
way her face and
It's
eyes and
an
stuff.
honorable
Just
approach
what?
for sure, 'cause you're gonna need someone watching
Oh,
your back.
this is gonna be a
That's
fun,
where I
fun
come in.
season.
Us Fauna's gotta stick together after all.
You're wrong, son. You're so wrong.
What do you...
I'm not going anywhere near the White Fang.
She's
Not
running.
yet.
Oh, she's
Seriously?
training?
I need to sort some things out.
Then why not do it with your team? Your friends?
You're one to talk. Assuming Neptune's stage and Scarlet aren't hiding below deck.
You really think I could get Neptune on the ocean?
Ha!
They flew back to Mistral. I told them I'd catch up. Not the first time I left him to take a boat. So, if you're not going after the White Fang,
Neptune.
where are you
Him
going?
and his water fear.
Home. To Menagerie.
Menagerie.
Well, I'm coming with you.
Where is that?
The Grimm are getting worse. You saw it yourself. And just because you're not going after
What's she
the
supposed
Fang
to do at
doesn't mean they
home?
won't be coming
I
for
remember
you.
she grew up in
Besides,
the
I'm
Outlands, outside of the
already on the boat.
kingdoms. So, it should be interesting to
There's
see her
really no
home
stopping
if they don't break
Nope.
away from her plan.
This is gonna be great. Never been to Menagerie before. It'll be a regular journey to the east. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
And now we're back here at this creepy chaos
Do you
crystal
feel it?
place.
Don't fight it, girl. It can sense your trepidation. You
It?
must make it dread you.
What is it? Some sort of Grimm? Its sounds remind me a bit of an engineer from Halo, or Red vs. Blue, which is probably where they got these sound effects from, was from the engineer you see in Red vs. Blue. Or at least, that's what inspired them.
Cinder, I am going to ask you this one more time, and I expect a clear answer.
Are you sure?
Did you
Oh.
kill Ozpin? No! I want to hear you say it.
Good luck with that.
Yes. Reinforce our numbers at Beacon. The relic is there.
Relic. Now I'm curious. This relic has to be something powerful. Even better than the power of the Four Maidens, possibly. It seems to be her main objective. End? Yeah, end. These episodes feel so short, but they're almost 20 minutes. Less to say on this episode than the last one that I haven't already said. It's gonna be interesting to see, Blake's home. Because I know she didn't go to any conventional hunting schools. So, it should be really interesting to see where she grew up and meet her family. Because I imagine they're all pretty badass and pretty well trained. So it should be really interesting to, see them. Should be a lot of fun. That, also, their new outro is pretty cool. So, that's pretty fun. Oops. So, yeah. I don't have as much to say on this one, which is a little disappointing to me, but you know, they're not all as interesting. They're not all as revealing. Blake is showing some development. I'm not entirely sure what she's going to deal with back home. Probably some sort of personal demons, but Blake's background is just, it's so mysterious. We don't know that much about it. So if any of you have any theories or knowledge that I don't have, I would love for you to present it in the comments so I can talk about it. Because it is really interesting, and it's really cool. And I'm very, very curious about it. See, yeah. I have no idea what she could be going to do, but it's got to be of some importance, because I really don't want her to be labeled as a coward. I want her to be doing something productive and worthwhile, even if it's just fighting her inner demons, so she can fight more effectively and be more effective with her team as a unit and stuff. Then that is still really awesome. And it's not like it matters that much that she's gone, since Team RWBY is fractured right now anyway, and they all seem to be going through their own struggles, whether they be mental or physical or emotional. So that's really good, except for Ruby, who oddly enough seemed to be the youngest and most vulnerable, is the one that's still out fighting and trying to achieve a goal. So that's kind of great how they did that. I don't want to run this right now. Thanks. So, yeah. That's all I really have to say. It was interesting that Sun was there, and Sun's new. The way they just have his weapon design now, it's very clearly 4 guns that are attached to each other to form a spear, which is, it's just super cool looking. 3 texture, 3 model. I am in love with it. They didn't spend as much time on the design in the first season, but they definitely put their effort into it this season. So that is just great. I'm going to enjoy that immensely. That's possibly one of my favorite weapons now. It might be. I should do a list of some of the best weapons in RWBY at some point. I think a lot of people would enjoy that, and that'd be a lot of fun. If you have a favorite RWBY weapon, you should definitely leave it in the comments. I would love to know it. But, yeah. This was my reaction to RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 4 of Runaways and Stowaways. The title was a little bit of a giveaway of what was going to happen in the episode, but that's fine, because we didn't know how the reactions and stuff were going to go. We didn't know that... We had theorized, but we didn't outright know that Ruby's sister, Yang, would be in the episode, nor did we know that she'd get an arm and then not try it, which I find very interesting. But yeah, that was my reaction. So Carpe Diem, see y'all later, and I hope you enjoyed the show.